What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map, because everyone's in the bottom of the map. In the blue color, playing as Ra, the winner of, I think it's the 7th time winner now, of Age of Mythology's Sexiest Dad competition. His name is Chrono JJ. His partners today in the sky blue color playing as Uranus. His name is Raifang, and in the red color playing as Loki. His name is Wiz. Their opponents today in the green color playing as Loki. His name is Saya. In the purple color playing as Ra. His name is Ashley. And in the yellow color playing as Kronos. His name is Jin Sion. Yes, you know it's team game tournament season when you start seeing, Vinland Saga. This is possibly my most favorite map, and this game here that we're watching, guess what's different about it? Gaia was banned. The meta was set in stone. Everybody knew what to do on Vinland Saga. Everyone knew that Gaia is a necessity to survive here on Vinland Saga. And what do the old boys do? Not only do they pick Vinland Saga, but they say, screw your meta, we're banning Gaia. Now, everyone is on their own. New meta, new you, new me. Who's going to come up with the best way to play? We do see both teams going in with the Loki, but is that the right choice? There's some options to go in with Thor, for example, here, which would be very, very strong as well. Reason being, Dwarven Goldmine saying the heroic age, to drop in your main town center to delay your dwarves needing to move to the mainland here could be another really, really good way to go. Lots of different options here. You don't necessarily have to go Uranus here. You could go Kronos. You could also try and not go an Atlantean god here and also function. Lots and lots of different options. I believe Set was banned as well, which is the other main meta god on this map. So that then leaves Ra open for the picking though. Another option here to kind of shake things up in terms of the meta would be to ban both Set and Ra on this map. And then you go, hang on, there's no shifting sands. How do we get off our island? And now you can start looking for things like really, really fast advance times. I'm talking slinging, and I'm talking, let's start sniping transport ships. Really, really fast advance times. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But we'll see what's going to happen here. Old boys, I know the inner workings of Old Boys. We are a seasoned team when it comes to early game strategy. One thing here that is really, really important on Vinland Saga is to get value out of your shifting sands. How do you get value out of your shifting sands? Well, you drop a citizen or two into a transport ship, you send them over, and you get that citizen shifted onto the mainland without any need for that villager idle time sitting through the whatever you call it. So you get all your citizens that you want to put on wood, chuck them into the transport ship, come in onto the mainland, here, wherever you want. And then you've got, not only do you have citizens on the mainland, you've also got wood to chop down. Very, very nice idea. But we'll see if TNT is going to be going for that idea as well. And if the players are going to be able to advance. We see Tar coming through, Oceanus coming through. And this does seem like it's going to be a little bit of a challenging map for players to advance on here. As Ashley here, we see Force City also coming through. Looks like Old Boys get a really nice advance time here. Like, let's take a quick look at the actual, sorry, wrong players. Saya. Saya's going to be able to advance here a little bit late. He doesn't have the resources. Raifang is advancing. Ashley here has managed to advance. Jin Sion here, not advancing just yet. Very, very late actually for Jin Sion. Not sure what went wrong with his build order there, but he's out of herdables or out of food. He's in the transport ship, already moving onto the mainland here. A little known factoid here for you ladies and gentlemen who don't understand Vinland Saga. Pigs can garrison inside of a transport ship, so you can bring those pigs back to your hometown center and gather them there, as we do see a whole bunch of villagers here for Wiz coming over here. No ox cart though. as the ox cart is getting brought over by itself, because guess what? For some reason, ox carts are excluded from the ability to be transported, or allied ox carts for whatever reason. So now Wiz has to sit here waiting for, wait, is that? Hang on. Hang on. It totally does. No, surely not. Does garrisoning into a allied player's town center drop resources off? That's something to check. That's something to check. We'll check that at some point in the future. Maybe you guys can check it for me and tell me if that's... The answer is yes. Chrono JJ says yes. That's wild. That's wild. Now we've got some StarCraft 1 style micro necessary for some serious build orders. Wild. Okay. Water fight starting up here. Raifang going for the Bareem attacks all over the place at the moment as the land is starting to be expanded on. Jinseon here, quite decently expanded. He's got himself the economic guild. He's got everything over here. Generally speaking, on Vinland Saga, you want the Atlantean player to be fighting water, not the Loki player. Reason being is the Atlantean player has access to speedy boats, 7.25 speed, as opposed to a Norse player 5.5 speed, or a Greek and Egyptian player at 6.0 speed. So getting those Bareems is really, really important, because it allows you to snipe fishing ships down and everything. As Saya's in a bit of trouble here trying to produce over here, and Jinseon and Ashley have decided to kind of, let's just go for the land. Bit strange here. Generally, you'd think Loki would function a lot better on the land. So a bit of a weird decision from TNT. We'll see how it's going to work out if Raifang can find the advantage at the moment. Meanwhile, Raifang has moved over onto this position. Now, I understand why you want to get to the wood as fast as you possibly can here as Oranos, but I reckon what you should do is you should pull around to the corner here away from everything. So you can have those citizens be completely safe. Because you know that if I'm playing as a Loki player or I'm playing as a raiding Atlantean player, I'm going to be checking that shore for your villagers there, and you're going to be in some pain where that's concerned. So you've got to be very, very careful where that's concerned. As Raifang pushes forward, does get spotted here from Ashley. Ashley's starting to build some boats here. Now the question is going to be, what does Chrono JJ do at this point? What does Chrono JJ... Does he go for a land? Does he go for water? Does he go for fast teching? He's looking like he's building some axemen at the moment here. As apparently I missed something. There was a transport ship here that that Raifang was trying to snipe down there. If he got it, it would have been good, but we'll see how things are going to go as the Bareem. Nice micro there from Raifang. Going to be able to take out those Ashley boats very, very easily. Ashley should be considering retreating back to the town center to get a little bit of assistance where that's concerned. But meanwhile, on this position here, we do see Jinseon starting to put the pressure in over here as Chrono JJ needs to push away. There's no towers here in these sorts of situations. So aggression early on Vinland Saga is really, really big. These fast town centers, they're not as safe as you might think. As Wiz now pulling through over here. Good micro on this one for the time being here. From Wiz. Good help on this position. He's got to be really careful with those Hersir. You don't want them to be close to Axemen ever. Allow the Pharaoh, allow the Slingers, allow the throwing Axemen to target those Axemen down and just pull back and sit underneath the town center. And then once those Axemen are taken care of, then pull the Hersir in to do that where that's concerned. As it looks like Saya is now, he is in a really difficult position now. He's been pushed off of the land here. He's backing onto the main town center here, and basically old boys are in a really, really good spot. I think, wait, hello. I have this feeling that Chrono JJ is not spending his resources. Nope, he is spending his resources. Okay. All right, he's spent them all. Oh, never mind. There it is. Okay, I thought Chrono JJ should have more stuff out than he does right now, but he's got... Chrono JJ doesn't play with auto queue on his military very often, but what this does mean that he'll over queue units into his buildings to spend his resources instead of just sitting them in his bank there. But what he should have had is just more barracks up and be spamming those slingers out much better. as Jin Seon still pushing forward here. We do have a great collapse here from TNT onto the top here as the Terma and the Axeman coming through, but it looks like Ashley decides to pull away here as the villagers coming through. Chrono JJ, does he have himself Skin of the Rhino? No Skin of the Rhino, not coming through, but the villagers are going to be enough to push that one back as the town center coming up for Chrono JJ. We do see Jin Seon also getting himself his own town center over here. And is Saya's not done anything. He's now getting himself the transport ships out. Double transport ship out here. Raifang's got to be very, very hyper aware that Saya is going to be trying to get this one through. And guess what? It's spied. It's spied. Raifang, it's right in front of you. It's no. Raifang, it was there. It was spied. You knew it. Oh, and he gets through. This is every little bit of economy that Saya has here in this game. Super unlucky there for Old Boys. They had the play correctly there with that spy on the transport ship. Really, really smart, but unfortunately a little bit too much going on at the moment. We see a town center coming up here for Raifang as well, as the Raifang ships now moving down to the bottom side of the map, and the dwarves pulling forward here. Villagers pulling forward as well. And Skin of the Rhino in now for Chrono JJ's. His town center up here is up, and Old Boys are starting to expand out onto the top right side of the map. TNT also doing a good job here of expanding as well. They've got to get this town center. They've got to get this town center. But it does look like Old Boys have kind of grabbed a little bit more of the map than TNT has at the moment here, as the slingers pulling through. We do see a mining camp coming up on this position as well. As we see, oh, did I miss this one? I missed this raid. Great raid from Jin Seon. 2 citizens remaining here from Raifang. This was kind of what I was talking about with leaving your citizen over here. Maybe at the very start it's fine, but at some point you've got to pull these citizens into a more safe position, especially with this town center up over here. Would have been a smart move to just get them to safety, or even another option would have been to walk them up into the main base over here of Chrono JJ to keep them safe. But Wiz over here to defend. And we do see it looks like Raifang, he's still trying to slightly defend on the water, but he's starting to build up over here, and we have a little bit of a lull in the fighting as Chrono JJ tries to sneak in here, tries to get some damage done. But I imagine the players are going to be going to the next age here. Jin Seon goes up to the heroic age here through what looks to be Rhea. Lots of options with these behemoths. You can put them in a transport ship, try and take down a main base of your opponent, or an island of your opponent. You can go for the main bases over here. Lots and lots of different options. You see one behemoth is on this position. Bragi coming through. Both teams here at the moment not really fishing up this water as best as they can. Chrono with a lot of idle fishing ships over here as well. But definitely we should be seeing fishing ships coming out by at least Ashley, if not Jin Seon as well, on the bottom side of the map there to get that extra food income in. If you don't need it for yourself, you can always tribute it over to Saya, to your Hersa unit there as well. Got a comment in the chat that arrow ships give 3x versus transport ships. That's actually not... Is that not... That's not... Oh, it is true. It is true, yes. So every ship has got bonus damage versus transport ships for whatever reason, but the Egyptian ship has got bonus damage versus fishing ships as well for whatever reason. So there you go. Good raids here from Jin Seon. Chrono JJ a little bit too preoccupied with fishing ship, with transport ship bonus numbers here to recognize he needs to remove his villagers from the spot. Wiz is also over here fighting back. I think a little bit of a miscommunication here is now finally Chrono JJ decides to turn around. Going to be able to win this fight at this point, as Wiz also bringing in his own Hersa over here with the Hall of Thanes coming through. And a town center coming up. Ooh, cheeky little scarab coming through here for Chrono JJ. He absolutely loves the Sekhmet as Ra, and even sometimes as Set as well. Very rarely does he go through Hathor. Hathor? Yes. Slingers coming in to take out those villagers as well. As another Scarab coming in to help take out the town center. We'll be able to clean that one up on that position there. As it looks like Saya is just struggling a little bit here in this game to get a footing. He's on one town center. He hasn't been able to get that second town center, which means all of his villagers are training up over here, moving over onto this spot to get garrisoned into a transport ship to move up onto the mainland. It's really, really tough to make that happen. As we do see a flaming weapons comes through for Wiz, and the retreat is now on the way. We see a cheeky little behemoth over here as the throwing axeman coming through here to help out as well. Big fight here for Wiz as Jin Seon not retreating away. Great INDR spawn there. That's going to give even more of a boost onto those Hersa. I want to see it use the special. Yes, going up to 26 damage there per second. It does obviously fade very, very quickly there, but huge amounts of damage from that INDR assistance there as well. As Chrono JJ manages to kill that top town center while this is all going on. Ryfang is happily just grabbing town centers up the top side of the map, going up to 5 town centers at the moment there. So a big amount of economy going to be able to come through for Ryfang pushing forward in this game, as he's now also coming through with the Terma. There's really no need for him to be pumping out things like Mamilo here. You can just pump out Terma and make a whole bunch of citizens, as well as we see Horus coming through, Hell's coming through as well for Wiz. So Old Boys are in a really, really good spot here as the barracks gets taken down on there. Helios is coming through as well for Jin Seon, which means he's going to be able to start teleporting around the map here. But Ashley is now coming in. He's not in the Mythic Age just yet, but those war barges are going to be able to take down this town center. The way to defend this is to get yourself up a siege works and get yourself some catapult. You don't need to make yourself ramming galleys or anything like that. Just get yourself a catapult to sit here in your home base. That's going to be enough to defend yourself where that's concerned. But we'll see if Chrono JJ is going to be able to defend on that one, as Tornado onto this position going to be able to take down Chrono JJ's town centers. He does have masons, but no fortified town center and no buildings around there. Does mean the town center will end up falling, as Naval Auxiliaries is coming through. Spear on the horizon coming through for Chrono JJ as well, as he wants to go into Spearman, it seems. As the town center over here does manage to keep itself alive. On here, we see the Nidhogg coming through. That's going to push Saya back. Wiz is in such an advantageous position here, as the throwing axeman Hersa going to be getting pulled back. Vortex coming in, and now he says, no, Ryfang, no big boom here. You're not allowed a boom. I'm going to start taking you out. So now Ryfang needs to stop his boom, needs to get into this game, needs to start defending himself. He does get through Thea very quickly with 100 favor in the bank. So mass birds here is going to be very, very helpful for him. We'll see if he's going to be able to get those out and start defending himself. He's got a lot of nice buildings over here. Villagers going to get pushed off on that position, but Chrono JJ has also dropped his own tornado on that spot there as well. And he's going to be able to grab himself this town center up here, I'm sure, once he sorts everything out, as the ramming galleys sitting in a defensive position over here. And he has managed to defend against the impending Oxy Warbarge raids that Ashley is trying to do. There are some nice Pareems over here to help support this, with those ramming galleys going to get taken out as well. As the troll gets taken down. Catapult helping out to take down the temple on that position there as well. As you can't, I mean, funnily enough, Heka Gigantes have only got 44% pierce armor, but you do need to get yourself some like melee units in, not anything else to take them down. As another town center of Ryfangs is going to be getting targeted down here. Jin Seon is in a good position, economically speaking, but he needs to get around to the top side of the map. Someone needs to get around to the top side of the map to grab these town centers. The town center spawns here have been, they haven't really been that nasty to TNT in this game, but they're really far away from where all the action is. So you've got to start making the effort to get into the top side of the map here. Otherwise, everything's going to be really good here. But great raid here after taking the town center down. Lots and lots of citizen kills here, as Ryfang is in a lot of pain moving forward, as we do see the ramming galley coming around, going to attempt to take down these Oxy war barges, the Pharaoh with the villagers repairing this one up. And this is exactly why just having a catapult out is a much better option, because not only does it kill off the Oxy war barges, but it also kills off those Bareems as well, very, very simply. And after this goes down, then so too is Ryfang's home town center going to start falling. But the Chrono JJ Warpath is still on the move here. And his catapults, they're just going to be able to take everything out here. As Jinseo not defending himself at the moment. Ashley not defending himself either here. Ashley down to 1 town center as well. No economy on the mainland. And after all of the RTSLs, after all of the Vinland Sagas, what ends up being the case here in these team game tournaments on Vinland Saga is that the mainland is what is important. The mainland matters the most. As the market ends up getting taken down there, Scarab going to be looking for a cheeky little attack over here as well, as the Scarab does end up getting slapped down, unfortunately, there. And now we can see Raifang can start getting himself his town centers back. He does still have the 2 town centers up here, pumping villagers out. No worries there. He's obviously hurting a little bit, and the Oxy Warbarge going up to this position as well. And all of Old Boy's home town centers are going to get taken out here, but is that going to matter? Is the big question. Fire Giants coming through here as we see some sentry towers coming up on this spot. Actually, in a bit of a problem here. Jinseon about to lose his town center here, as well as Saya comes through with his Herser, with his throw and axeman. The villagers moving forward here. We see the flaming weapons coming through to attempt to take this down even faster. Those are heavy slingers here, not champion slingers. But there's not really enough to defend this one. So it looks like even though the town center does fall, Jinseon's going to be able to try and get this town center back up. However, Wiz is here with his own Fire Giants, and that is terrifying. But Jinseon steals 1 Fire Giant away, and look at this, a 3.84 speed Fire Giant. There's some weird things that Kronos gets access to, as we see another Vortex coming through, going to be trying to hit Chrono JJ's town center on this position here. As the Stymphalian Birds coming over here in an attempt to defend. Does a lot of damage over here, but the Hero Arcus is going to be able to clean this one up very, very quickly. As this town center is down, town center back up for Chrono JJ, as well as towers around on this position as well. Love that play there to help defend against the Oxy Warbarges, as the Oxy Warbarges taking down Wiz's town center over here, but a Drakkar is out here in an attempt to defend. Will it be able to kill the Warbarge fast enough or not? It looks like it's going to be close as one goes down, but there's still going to be 230 HP remaining here, and it looks like Wiz does end up losing that hometown center as well. As up on this position, the army of Jinseon, all vortexes have been used. Going to be able to get taken down by the Fire Giants there, and in that moment, Saya does decide to tap out. Jinseon follows suit with Ashley, as well as Old Boys manages to get their first win on the board here in Phoenix Reborn 2, taking out TNT A here in this one. Really, really solid play here. A funny like situation to be in with Old Boys banning out the Gaia, which obviously everyone is prepared at this point to play Vinland Saga, it feels like. There's no secrets to Vinland Saga with Gaia. It's very simple. Gaia puts a Gaia forest down onto the Egyptians' base. The Egyptian player gets really, really nice classical age timing, because there's no problems where that's concerned. The Atlantean, Uranus, Kronos, Gaia or Kronos, Uranus get a really, really easy advance time as well. No problems where that's concerned either. And you just play a very, very standard game with that sort of team comp. But when you come into this position now, without the Gaia, now it's not so simple. You have to come in with a little bit more of a specific build order for the specific terrible maps that end up coming through. Old Boys come at it obviously prepared, and they manage to find an advantage because of it, and managed to get the dub here. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you are on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.